Let's talk a little bit about roster decisions. What are some of the toughest roster decisions that you think will be facing Andrew Berry, Kevin Stefanski when we talk about this 53-man roster?
They're going to have to look at how many wide receivers do they keep, how many running backs, how many tight ends do they keep, and the special teams is going to play a lot into that. Demetric Felton, he can play wide receiver. He's technically a running back, but I think his biggest role is as a return man. If he takes that, does that wipe Dearness Johnson off the roster? How does Donovan Peoples-Jones fit into that? I actually did a projection not long ago where I had him not making it, and then some of that was based on these special teams. I think with what he's shown in camp and the way that he's shown up, I think that's going to be wrong. I think he's pretty clearly going to make it now, and that's good. But what spot does he take away? He's one of 53. You got to cut somewhere else. Is it a fifth defensive tackle that doesn't make it? Is it a linebacker like Mac Wilson or Sione Takitaki that doesn't make it? Does he push Sheldrick Redwine at safety off? Prioritizing where your depth is. Keeping 6 wide receivers versus 5 wide receivers. Keeping 4 tight ends versus 3 tight ends. Then you got Andy Janovich as a fullback in there. Can any of those backup tight ends also play fullback if Janovich is out for a week or two? Those are the type of things that they're going to try to learn in the next few weeks, and that they're talking about when they're in their meetings and their team meetings, when they're evaluating the players. Special teams obviously is going to play a huge role, especially on the back end of the roster. Remember, Tavier Thomas and Tate Davis were on this team exclusively for special teams. They're both gone now. So those roles have to get filled. Will they take somebody who can only play on special teams, or are they going to have to prove themselves at another position as well? Those are the things that I'm going to be watching for throughout the rest of camp, and especially in the preseason games. The guys who are getting the reps on the punt team in the fourth quarter, those are the guys that are fighting for things.